Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. My name is BoIt, and I'm going to bring you game number 3 of the Game of the Week, games for the AOM tournament, which is recently being held at rtssanctuary.com. If you want to watch the replays by yourself without me and my stinking voice, then just head over to rts-sanctuary.com, go to the Asian Mythology forums, the recorded games section, Game of the Week, and they'll all be there. So without further ado, let me introduce the players. Spawning in the south of the map in the red color playing Isis, his name is IamAvely. I hope that's how you pronounce it. His opponent, a long-time veteran spawning in the blue color playing Thor, his name is Bente, or Bente, or Bente. Let's call him Benite. No, I wish I knew how to pronounce this name. If someone in the chat can help me out, that would be so lovely. I'm going to just call him Bent for the start. But yeah, Bent. Bent playing Thor in the blue color. A little bit of background on these two players. IamAvely, currently the top ISIS player, top of the ladder on Voobly, on AOT. A phenomenal player, able to convert over to AOM quite nicely. I haven't seen many people being able to do that. Bent, on the other hand, he's an expert from a long time ago. I can't say that he's going to be not rusty this game. However, what can you say? Let's talk a little bit about the map. This map's Anatolia. You start with 2 gold mines, and there's water on both sides. So you have 2 areas to fight, and also you have a safe home base where you can mine for at least 6,000 gold worth of time. But then the big but is that the person who has gold, who has the center control, has the gold control. All of the large gold mines are in the center of the map, and also all of the town centers are in the center of the map. So if you can't fight for the middle, then you're in trouble. So while yes, you can boom quite effectively, you have to also be aware that this is a timing you have to hit. You need to be able to expand at that timing to get that large gold mine at least secure it. Avely has double docked on the right side of the map, the southeast side of the map. Yes, the southeast side of the map, whereas Bent has thrown a dock up at the very at his opponent's, pretty much his opponent's side of the map, to grab this side of the water as well. He's fished up quite nicely as well on both sides, and he's sewing up his temple. It's probably likely to see Bent go through Freya and then hopefully try and burn the forest of IamAvely. It might not happen if Avely can throw up a monument in time, but we'll see exactly what Bent tries to do. Avely, on the other hand, has a couple of options. You might want to consider going straight to the heroic age and doing some sort of land aggression, or spamming up 6 docks on both sides. That's 3 docks on both sides. And then going through Anubis and doing some really tough play on water, or doing some sort of semi-fast strike whereby you go through Anubis, grab a bunch of ships, win this side of the water fast, and then win your side of the water fast, and then go heroic. Those are all options for him. Whereas Bent, on the other hand, you pretty much have to play it as a reactionary measure. You can't really pick your strategy and then do it. You need to react. So he's gonna start off spamming ships because he needs to win at least one side of the water. If he can win 2, that's even better, but he needs to at least win 1. So he needs to prevent this going up, which it looks like he's going to be able to do. He's going to scout this with the Ulfsark and then prevent it from going up. He's probably then just going to completely fish out this side, and snake scanning past on this side right here to prevent the Ulfsark from stopping it. However, a long boat's going to be enough to really prevent this going from up, so I don't understand that usage of snakes. However, a little bit micro fight going on over here. Bent not focusing 100%, probably going to lose this longboat without actually dealing any damage. A little bit of micro there as well, saving it though. Both players need to realize that the prioritized unit getting attacked can get pulled back. And then your ships will face them. So you have to attack, prioritize one unit, pull back your unit which is getting attacked, and then reprioritize onto a different unit, because you don't want them to be retreating back and then you following them, right? That's how the micro works. So that's why you're seeing the players pull back ships and whatnot. It's trying to. It's basically it's really really fast mind games. So if you can do it quickly enough, then you'll be in good shape. In the middle of the map, however, looks like Bench not really doing anything with his infantry in the middle. He's really focusing 100% on the water, but with only 2 docks to his opponent's 3, he's not going to have the production facility to do this. However, he is forcing AimAvely to build the ships. So on the other hand, Bent can just grab this side of the water while his opponent has to finish off with this side of the water, so he's going to have a little bit of an economic advantage. There is a point though when Bent needs to realize that maybe trying to win here is not the best idea. I only got 2 docks, whereas my opponent has 3. He might not have scouted that yet. He hasn't scouted how many docks his opponent has, but regardless, he doesn't have the production power to compete with ISIS at all. So he's really got to give up this side, which it looks like he's doing. He's garrisoned he's garrisoned longboats inside the docks in order to feign continuing building longboats. However, he's not, so he can really fish up the rest of this map. He's got a couple more fishing patches he can get, but doesn't currently have the wood to do so. He really needs to throw down longhouses or something in the middle of the map and secure that middle of the map. I'm not exactly sure. There's the longhouse going down. He's still got forest fire, which he can't exactly, well, he can use it. I don't understand why he hasn't used it yet, but he does have forest fire left, and he's going to be able to throw down a bunch of barracks and then do what he can. AimAvely, on the other hand, doesn't exactly have the resources to do anything. He has too many villages on wood. Probably needs to shift them over somewhere else. Maybe a gold mine, maybe wood, whatever. But not wood. Maybe gold mine, maybe food. Also needs to build an armory if he wants to go straight to the heroic age or something like that. Bent, on the other hand, is probably going to attempt to do some sort of semi-heroic off this. Probably going to hit around 12 minutes though, just because he has such poor food at the moment. Again, he's also got too many villages on wood. The fight for the water has ceased, so he doesn't need that many anymore. Else he'll just start skyrocketing. And as Norse, you need a bunch of food to produce units. You need Hersa, you need raiding cavalry, you don't really need throwing axemen unless your opponent goes for a classical fight, which he's not scouting for, but in general they don't. Titans players don't classical fight in general, so you have to get inside your. It's a bit of metagaming, but metagaming being taking information from outside the game and bringing it into the game to influence your decisions in game. But interesting to see what's actually the choices of both players. AimAvely, on the other, has some upgrades. Not the best. He could have bowsaw, but I guess he doesn't need it. Bent, on the other hand, only has pickaxe and he has bowsaw, so it's kind of the wrong way around. But he does have 1,000 gold, so it's not like he's strapped for cash. I can't see Bent really grabbing this location unless he has maybe 3 Hersa to pick off all of these serpents, which should be a little bit of favour for him, so it wouldn't be a terrible decision. Also, he can populate his supply with the rest of these storing axemen just so he can build up this town centre and really control the game from here. AimAvely, on the other hand, hitting Nephthys and probably going to attempt to build a Migdol around here in order to secure this gold mine because he doesn't want to get gold starved. However, Bent probably going to be able to go through Skadi in order to prevent like the ancestors from going up and then taking out a Migdol that he throws up or something like that. Oh no, he's going through Bragi. That's interesting. In general, you'll see people attempt to counter their opponent's god powers. I guess Bent feels like he has the army strength to deal with an ancestors if he uses flaming weapons. However, with a bunch of axemen, he might not. But mark it. That's interesting. AimAvely thinking about going straight to the mythic age, or he doesn't have the resources to do so. So I hope not. Ancestors can go down now. He might choose to do that, but and there goes ancestors. However, his pharaoh is going to get picked off, so he's not really going to be able to do much else. Like throw down a Migdol in that time, but he can trade all of that wood though for gold to throw down a Migdol if he does choose so. The Siege Tower are going to try and prioritize to kill those houses in order to do as much damage as you can. Bent now would have loved some frosting. Frosting that would have been so nice for him, and then he would be able to surround it and pick off all of those juicy units. His income at the moment, he's going to be able to pump out a bunch of battle ball, but he doesn't have the population to do so, so he's just going to run around and try and lead these units and not lose any of his own. And as I say that, he stops and tries to fight. Of course. Anyhow, the siege towers probably eating into the production facility of Bent, so he's not going to be able to produce as many units as he used to. He's also sitting on 34,000 wood. Not a good sign there. Why not just take 14 of those villages and build 14 farms, grab your upgrades? There's nothing wrong with that. That would be brilliant for him. And that's a turn of the tides right there. IamAvely grabbing the town center. He doesn't have a pharaoh though to speed that up, and Bent definitely knows what's going on. He's going to come in with the battle blow and attempt to take this up. He's casting flame weapons. He also has his pierce upgrade, so those slingers are going to be doing next to nothing. The raiding cavalry also going to be doing extreme amounts of damage, especially with that flaming weapons. That's 16 damage they do with flaming weapons. However, I would have loved to see him grab medium cavalry when he did this attack. It would have been such a nice timing to hit. Also, he doesn't have the production facilities now that IamAvely has cut into them to really deal any damage. But the story is going to be, can IamAvely hold on here? Can he hold on to this gold mine? Because if he loses it, then that's pretty much game, unless IamAvely has enough wood to trade, or wood or food to trade for units in order to push it out and grab it. But at the moment, it looks like Bent has just got too much army, and IamAvely just is not going to be able to come out and grab this gold mine. He might have to try and sneak one over here, or that looks like the only one that he could sneak really. If we check the view cam of Bent, Bent doesn't have vision of here, and he doesn't have vision of here. However, he does have a nice circle of vision around here with this town center being built, so it is possible for IamAvely to sneak around, but it's going to be an extremely dodgy sneak around to get there. And also Bent's sending his dwarves over here, so that gold mine's definitely not able to mine. So IamAvely now sitting probably on 0 gold, has 80 population. It's really not looking good for him. However, Bent on the other hand doesn't have the production facilities to build anything. It's actually lost all of his production facilities. Might be an idea to convert 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 dwarves into Olsarks in order to spam out 5 longhouses to remax his army, because he just doesn't have an army at the moment. He does get this town center though, and he's also going to be attempting to grab this town center. So that's going to be enough for him to sustain his advantage, but he could win the game if he had the production facility and didn't lose them all to this siege tower, which is doing a remarkable amount of damage. That's all of those long houses, a bunch of houses as well. That's just obscene, the amount of damage and productivity that siege tower has been able to do. Hill fort's now going up. That's going to allow him to produce either Giles, or what's the other one? Huskarls, in order to combat with this army. Giles, in my opinion, are very potent against the classical based army of ISIS, if you can mass enough of them in combination with like other units as well, like throwing axemen or battle bow as they are at the moment. It'd be really nice to see this hill fort go up. If he does get up, then that's pretty much going to secure this location. Yes, there's the siege tower of the ISIS player, but that's going to die, and there's this one as well. Might want to try and focus down, say, the Pharaoh with the tower fire, which he is actually doing. That's kind of amazing that he's thinking that much in this game. Again, he looks like he's strapped for food, but he still has 5,000 wood, which he could just convert into farms and then not be strapped for food. I don't see why he doesn't do that, but that's just me. Again, in the heat of the moment, you don't think that much. It's hard to think always the correct decision, but looks like just trying to kill off the siege tower and do as much damage as possible with this hill fort. IamAvely, on the other hand, did manage to sneak this gold mine and still has gold at home. So that's why he's able to push through here and into this location. Bent possibly needs to retreat off. He really needs to control. You really need to keep control of this town center. If you can't do that, then you're going to have an ISIS player on par with your population. So it's very difficult to deal with. However, he is doing a nice job of picking off the siege towers, so this hill fort's not really going down anytime soon. And Avely's economy is looking really, really dodgy at the moment. He's not producing village, well he is, but he's not really producing them well, and he's losing